live on Showtime pay-per-view.
Caleb Plant entered the ring an undefeated world champion, a man who believed he had mastered the brutal art of boxing. 11 rounds later, he was left with the wreckage of his perfect record and a revelation after facing the relentless force of Canelo Alvarez. Long after the cameras were turned off and the crowds went home, the secret Plant carried out of that ring was not one of tactics or technique, but a stark warning for another of the sport's pound-for-pound kings, Terrence "Bud" Crawford.
Let me ask you a question. Fighting Canelo, right? What did Canelo do good that you was like, okay, he might be a little better than what I thought?
Yeah, I mean, I think just overall, just his experience level, you know, and obviously going into the fight, I knew how experienced he was, but the amount of, you know, how big a part that played, you know, that's something that you can't really make up for. You got to go through the fire to get that experience,
right.
And that's something he's obviously done. And so I think just his overall experience played a major key in that.
I would love to see a rematch with you and Canelo.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm shooting for.
What Plant discovered in the crucible of that fight was a truth that tape study and strategy cannot prepare a fighter for. It's a reality he now insists could upend everything we think we know about the super fight between Canelo and Crawford. His message is simple, yet terrifying. The man you see on screen is only a shadow of the force you face in the ring. Plant's concern for Crawford stems from experiencing firsthand an overwhelming presence and an intelligence that suffocates and dismantles a fighter, round by agonizing round, a secret he learned the hard way, and one he fears Crawford will too. The road to the undisputed super middleweight championship was paved with bad blood. The showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant wasn't just a fight, it was personal. It all started at their very first press conference. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife, and then the unthinkable happened. A shove from Canelo, a swing from Plant, and all hell broke loose. Fists were flying before a single bell had rung, and Plant was left with a nasty cut under his eye. But the real fire started with words. Plant, in a moment of heated trash talk, called Canelo a "mot erf krur." For Canelo, that was a line you just don't cross. He promised to make Plant pay for that disrespect, and the fight took on a whole new level of intensity.
What are your favorite American sayings? Like you're learning English now.
Sayings? I don't think that much.
Como dichos o palabras como frases americanos que te gustan.
It's bad words.
Favorite American curse words?
Huh?
Favorite American curse words?
Yeah, fuck.
Motherfucker.
What music do
you finally know what motherfucker means now?
Yeah. Now I know.
Going back to Las Vegas.
I'm sorry to Caleb.
In the early rounds, it looked like Plant's slick boxing skills and quick feet might just be enough. He was frustrating Canelo, making him miss, and landing clean shots of his own. For a moment, it seemed like the underdog might just pull off the impossible. Then came the turning point. Round by round, Canelo kept coming forward like a predator stalking its prey. He wasn't just throwing punches. He had a brutal strategy, digging vicious shots to Plant's body that were slowly but surely draining his energy. Plant himself would later admit that he started to gas out, but was it just fatigue or was it something more? To be in the ring with Canelo is to feel a different kind of power. It's a heavy, thudding force that doesn't just hurt you, it breaks your will. And while he was physically breaking him down, Canelo was also playing mind games. He was taunting Plant, talking to him between rounds, getting inside his head. The psychological pressure was just as relentless as the physical assault. Plant was fighting a war on two fronts, and he was starting to lose ground on both. The dream of becoming undisputed was slowly turning into a nightmare. The end came in the 11th round. A brutal, perfectly timed uppercut sent Plant crashing to the ropes. He got back up, showing the heart of a champion, but Canelo was on him in an instant, finishing the fight and etching his name in the history books as the first ever undisputed super middleweight champion. But what happened next was perhaps even more surprising than the knockout itself. In the middle of the ring, with the world watching, Plant apologized to Canelo for his pre-fight comments. He admitted that he didn't mean what he said about Canelo's mother, and in that moment, the two bitter rivals became two men who had shared a brutal, career-defining experience.
Ahí está, mijo. Thank you, bro. You're a good fighter. It's bad. Don't be ashamed. You're a good fighter, man. And I'm sorry for everything. At the end of the day, We are men. And we are human. I'm sorry for everything, my friend. I tell you something? When I said I would never talk about this, because I don't have a mom. My mom died. You have a beautiful man. You want my son? I want to keep fighting. I wanted to keep fighting. Que quería seguir peleando. Yeah, no problem. You are a warrior, man. I want to keep fighting. It's okay, Dan. It's okay, Chuck. You're a great fighter.
Canelo accepted the apology, telling Plant there was no shame in his performance and that he was a great fighter. It was a moment of pure sportsmanship after a build-up filled with so much hate.
Sorry, buddy.
Thank you. My English is funny.
I know.
Now I know.
Motherfucker, you know what it means now.
You show.
Respect, man. I'll see you on the 14th.
See you.
And handle your business. I know you will.
Yeah.
I'll see you then.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Even in defeat, Plant's champion's mentality shone through. He vowed to come back to become a two-time world champion, proving that you can break a fighter's undefeated record, but you can't break their spirit. With the boxing world buzzing about the super fight between Canelo and Terrence "Bud" Crawford, everyone had an opinion. But no one's opinion mattered more than the man who had just gone to war with Canelo. Caleb Plant's analysis of the matchup wasn't just a prediction, it was a stark warning to Crawford. He described Crawford as a special fighter, someone with a unique set of skills that could give Canelo serious problems. He called him freakishly strong for his size, a statement that raised a lot of eyebrows.
Terrence is not a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. You know, Terrence is freakishly strong. He can punch, he's got good crack, he can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw, he can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways, so it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
Plant wasn't just showing respect to another champion, he was speaking from his own painful experience. He knew what it took to compete with Canelo, and he saw something in Crawford that he believed could be the key to victory. He pointed out that Crawford's ability to change stances without losing rhythm, combined with his exceptional ring IQ and deceptive punching power, are the kinds of attributes that could give even the top champion serious problems. In his view, those tools don't just make Crawford dangerous, they could be the very factors that tilt this fight in his favor against Canelo. But Plant's warning went deeper than just Crawford's skills. He revealed a side of Canelo that most opponents don't see until it's too late. He talked about Canelo's deceptiveness, his intelligence inside the ring, and his uncanny ability to set traps. From the outside, you see the power and the pressure, but Plant warned that it's the things you don't see that make Canelo so dangerous. It's the subtle feints, the slight adjustments in footwork, the way he lures you into a false sense of security before unleashing a devastating combination. Plant's warning to Crawford wasn't just about surviving Canelo's power. It was about navigating the mental chess match that Canelo forces every one of his opponents to play. He believed that Crawford's elite skills and boxing brain were the only things that could possibly solve the Canelo puzzle. But there was another layer to this story, a controversy that had been brewing long before the first punch was ever thrown.
No, I don't think it's the same Canelo. Not quite, but also I kind of figured it was going to be like that, honestly. You know, I heard Canelo say in the interview, like, I don't really like fighting guys who move around that much like that. And William Skull being a Cuban fighter, like, I knew he was going to do that. And so was curious to see, you know, how Canelo would handle that. And, you know, he kept the ring off well, but that guy just, I felt like he didn't really want no part. And it makes for not as a appetizing fight, but still got that fight in September with him and Crawford, so we'll see.
Let's not forget the accusations that were flying before the fight. Plant had been very vocal about his suspicions of Canelo and his camp, especially after Oscar Valdez, who is also trained by Eddie Reynoso, tested positive for a banned substance. Plant didn't pull any punches, repeatedly calling Canelo a cheater in the lead-up to their fight.
And you a drug cheat. And you a drug cheat. So tell me something. Tell me something. Oscar Valdez can pop positive for something and not get suspended for 6 months, but he can pop positive for something and get suspended for 6 months. But somehow
don't make excuses before the fight.
You're a cheater.
Don't make excuses before the fight.
Trial. You got suspended for 6 months. You're a cheater.
Say whatever you say.
Fuck you.
See you November 6th.
Suck my dick.
You wanna see something?
It was a clear attempt to get under the champion's skin, to rattle the usually calm and composed Canelo. And according to Plant, it worked. He claimed that he made Canelo break character during their heated press conference, that he had successfully gotten into his head. Whether or not that's true is up for debate, but it adds another layer of intrigue to the story of their rivalry. The controversy surrounding Canelo and performance-enhancing substances has followed him for years, and Plant made sure to use it as ammunition in their war of words. So, what has become of Caleb Plant since that fateful night in Las Vegas? He has continued on his quest to become a two-time world champion, picking up impressive wins and reminding everyone that he is still one of the best fighters in the world. But there's no doubt that the Canelo fight changed him. It gave him a new perspective on the sport, a deeper understanding of what it takes to compete at the absolute highest level. He has shown incredible resilience, bouncing back from a devastating loss and proving that he has the heart of a true champion. His unwavering belief in himself has never faded, and he remains a dangerous threat to anyone in the super middleweight division. The loss to Canelo didn't define him, it fueled him. In the end, his insights into the brutal reality of facing the pound-for-pound king have become a crucial part of the conversation surrounding the Canelo-Crawford super fight. But it leaves us with one final question. Is Plant's warning to Crawford a genuine sign of respect for his skills and a belief that he can win? Or is it a subconscious admission of his own limitations against a fighter of Canelo's caliber? Is he truly warning Crawford, or is he simply reliving the night he was broken by the best in the world? The answer to that question might only be found if and when Canelo and Crawford finally step into the ring to face each other. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.